Hello, faith leaders, and welcome to Breaktime. Today, Psalm 5:8 says, "Lead me, Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make your way straight before me." Lead me, Lord. Lead me. Now, in order for you and I to be led, to be good leaders, we have to learn to follow. We have to be one of those people that is willing to submit to the authority over us, willing to follow. But in the same term, we have to know who to follow. And when we know who we are following, it makes following a lot simpler, doesn't it? And so when David cried out, "Lord, lead me," and he was surrounded by enemies, and then in this next few days, we're going to talk about what his enemies look like. They're going to be very similar to yours and mine. And so he was being pressured by the enemies. And in the midst of this desperation of being surrounded by people who didn't like him at all, who was after him, is this relatable to anybody? Who don't like you. How do you allow God to lead you in the midst of people who don't like you? Who may even be pursuing after you, who may even want your careers, who may even be talking about you, who may even be trying to ruin your reputation. Here's David's plea. Lead me, Lord. Don't allow my influence to be influenced by those around me, but you, God, lead me into your righteousness. You're the one that's going to make my path straight. You're the one that's going to go before me. You're the one that's behind me, but you're also before me, clearing the way. So as you're clearing the way for me to walk, help me not to focus on the persecution, the suffering around me, the way that maybe is true, because David's circumstances were very true. But in the midst of his truth, in the midst of knowing what's going on around him, he never lost sight of who was absolutely the one that was sovereign before him. And he never lost sight of that path. Well, I can't say he never, because you're going to find times that he's crying out desperately, thinking God left his path, that he wasn't being. But children of God, we need to remember that we have a greater source than what's surrounding us. God is with you and me. And he is the one we submit to. He is the one that we are in reverence to throughout the day, that we just want his leadership over our life. We become this desperate people that we say, "Oh God, I want your leadership over my life." Even though it seems like the enemy's the leading my life. No, Lord, you're the one leading my life. Remember, God's the one leading.